Hi, good morning. My name's Stephen, a former very heavy drinker, alcoholic. 5 years sober now. What a great life. Best decision I've ever made. Honestly, it really is incredible. How I feel, my life's changed, how I look, how I conduct myself, my confidence is back. Everything's good. And I want to get you to where I am. Because I was at death's door, to be fair. 50-50 chance of living. And now I'm back in form. I'm back in the game, as Mickey Flanagan says. Back in the game. And when you've been to the level I got to and come back again, every day is a good day. I promise you, every day is a cracking day. And no matter what people say to you, it'll just bounce off. You get a lot of criticism when you become sober. And your drinking buddies aren't necessarily your friends. You get a lot of anti comments, not people taking the mickey. But that'll just wash over you. So don't worry about that. But it's the best decision I ever made to get sober. But what you've got to do is you've got to have a want for it. You've got to want to do it. Because in the early days, my partner wanted me to stop, but I didn't want to stop. She wanted me to go to the doctors. I wouldn't go to the doctors. I had various relapses and all that sort of thing. But you've got to think positively about life. And you've got to change things, because if you don't, then you're going to end up trapped like I was. Trapped in a flat, getting a taxi every day at the pub, worried about getting the next drink. So you've got to be positive about life as well. I know it's hard. It's not easy. I'm not a doctor, but I've got 40 years of drinking experience. I had quite a tough job in central London, but I managed to do it, and I was a functioning alcoholic. I think at the end, the early days were a breeze. It caught up with me probably when I was about 40, I think, because your health starts to, you start to slow down anyway, I think, naturally at that age. And if you're drinking and you feel a bit rough, it starts to wear you down, Every day is a bit of a struggle. You often see people who are heavy drinkers have colds and flu and sniffles all the time. They don't look healthy because the alcohol's a poison. They don't eat properly, they don't sleep properly. So what I'm basically here to do is try and get people sober. And I want to do that because I hate anybody to get to the state I was. When you're told by a doctor in a hospital, in the acute medical ward, that you've got 50-50 chance, and then you bounce back after 5 years and you feel wonderful again. It's an amazing experience. It really is. So what I'm here to talk about is really, if you want to stop in that rut, as it were, then it's quite easy to do that. It's much more difficult to change your life, to get out of that. And most of it, in fact 99% of it, is yourself. If somebody's constantly at you to stop drinking, then you're going to think, oh God, I need to drink. You have to have a want, and that want's got to be very, very strong. You've got to have a reason. You can find a reason, everyone can find a reason. But the main thing is your health and your life, your family if you've got one. If you haven't, if you're a single person and you don't have anybody, you've got to think about yourself. What can happen in your life, the future? You don't have a future when you drink. You become controlled by the alcohol. And that's so frightening. It's terrifying that you think, I've got no future. And you're just a relative young man, maybe, or middle-aged man, who thinks, well, this is it. My life's over. But it's not over if you can get off it. There's so many people with issues because of alcohol. We need to get a big community, a big movement on this, because in my eyes, the authorities aren't doing enough. It's so widely advertised, alcohol. I'm not blaming anybody for my problems, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed drinking at the time. It gave me a bit of a boost. It became my social friend sort of thing. I couldn't go out without a drink. I didn't want to. I didn't want to stand there and have a Coke or a non-alcoholic drink. But you've got to if you want to stay alive. That's the thing. And you've got to do that, if you want to be positive about life and have a future, because you've no future in alcohol. So if you have any comments, please drop me a line. And if you like the channel, obviously subscribe. Any topic you want covered or you want something looked into, I've got plenty of time to do this. And I've got quite a lot of knowledge of alcohol, practical knowledge, because I've been through the hospital system several times. I've relapsed several times. And 40 years of drinking experience is quite a lot. And I will assist you when I can. So drop me a line and please subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Have a good day.